Now the Lord said to Abram, "Go forth from your country, and from your relatives, and from your father's house, to the land which I will show you. And I will make you a great nation, and I will bless you, and make your name great.
But Sarai was barren. How could Abraham's descendants become a great nation if there were no descendants?" So to fix the problem, Abraham relied on his own strength by having a son through his wife's servant. Abraham did not trust God enough to just wait and let God work.
But in their old age, Abraham and Sarah had their son Isaac, the son of promise. God had called Abraham to give up his backup plan, his son Ishmael, and to put complete faith in the promise God gave.
But then God called Abraham to sacrifice Isaac, the heir that God promised. Abraham had finally received the promise. However, God would soon work through Abraham. What was God doing? Did he forget his covenant? But Abraham believed God, even to the point that he reasoned that God would raise Isaac from the dead.
So Abraham rose early in the morning to prepare himself and his servants for the 3-day journey to one of the mountains in the land of Moriah. He would be sacrificing his son, his promised son Isaac.
Abraham took the wood and laid it on Isaac, his son. Abraham carried the fire and the knife as they both went up the mountain together. Isaac said to his father Abraham, "We have the fire and the wood, but where is the lamb for the sacrifice?" Abraham replied, "God will provide the lamb." So the two of them walked on together.
Abraham built the altar, laid the wood, and bound his son Isaac, just as God had told him to do. As Abraham's knife came closer and closer to destroying one of the only things he valued, and the promise that God had given, he heard a voice. "Do not lay your hand on the boy or do anything to him. For now I know that you fear God, seeing that you have not withheld your son, your only son, from me."
God promised a coming lamb, a sacrificial lamb that would provide a reckoning for all nations. Many years later, another son, God's son, would climb a hill just outside of Jerusalem, carrying wood on his back, submitting to his father's will. Abraham called that place, "The Lord will provide." And on that hill, the Lord did provide.